Okay, now this should be recording. The reason I'm making this video is because I'm about to hit my 10th time, ninth time, doubling the bank. And since this is called Nine Waves, I figured I would document my ninth coup event, and which should be the ninth doubling of the bank. And maybe I can also update some of my thought processes, um, because I've evolved a bit more into focused aggression and analysis. So hopefully I can do some of that on this video, so we have some of my newer thought processes on this. And so anyway, we're starting fresh. At this point, my view is that we're looking at expectation is what we're looking at. Here's expectation. So this means that we start a fresh session. We're looking at a hit on our entire across the entire progression is in expected within 5 spins. Okay, that's what a new session represents. Like if you start with a blank slate, that's what it looks like. If you're at a brick and mortar wheel and you see other spins in front of you, well, then that's a whole different statistical situation. That's going to be based on, what has happened with this street, and this street, in the past. And are you in better statistical shape than a fresh session or not? I mean, it just depends on what it looks like. Okay, and so and then the rest of the expectation comes in, as on the full progression. We're looking at multiple hits, like 2 hits expected across the entire thing, as well as another hit on a double street. So I mean, it's you know this is very strong progression, which is why it's a 91 over 91%. So, but what we're looking to do is within the session, we're looking to track the expectation and the performance and see it grow. I mean, grow into better than a fresh session. We get better odds, okay, and then track it as it fluctuates. When we get like really good odds, we raise. And then and we just automatically are going to limit our session. Okay, we're going to use the delimiter of the profit goal to limit the session, so we don't accidentally run into the reverse engineering curve. So we have as little chance of doing that as possible. Okay, and we're going to watch the statistics. If the statistics cross, in other words, if the statistics are worse than a fresh session, then we're going to end it, regardless of our profit. Regardless of what profit level that we're at, we're just going to end it, because why not just start a fresh session and get better statistics? And that what I'm talking about there is if we have everything that is coming in ahead of expectation, way ahead of expectation, like our 9 parabola, it has a hit in 4, 3, or 2, 1 spins, and then we have 2, 6 parabolas that have hit 2, 6, 2 double 2 of the streets have hit in 1 through 6, or 1 through 5 at least. And then we have also a street. We have no streets. All of our streets have hit within the last 12, 11, 12 spins. Or, yeah, just say 12 spins. Just go right up to the 0. And if we have all 3 of that going on at once, then there's no reason not to just end the session, because we're ahead of expectation, and it's just better. Why push it? Why push it? Just start a new session. That's my current thought. That's where I'm at right now. And so it's basically just about analyzing the statistics, which I'm doing without a tracker. Here's this tracker. It's gone now. Anyway, I saved it. Don't worry, I saved it. But I still haven't made it, because now I'm just doing it off the cuff. So anyway, hopefully I can show you some of that. So here we go, first spin. Bingo, and we get a nice hit. That's awesome. And so, all right, keep going. So our entire selection is now plus one, plus we have 9 units of profit. You got to love that. So that's an advantage right there. Oh man, so we got another one. All right, well, this is great. So now our entire selection is plus two across 9 parabola. Okay, across the full 9, the full selection is now plus two with 18 buffers units. So this is absolutely tremendous. So we're going to keep going. Alrighty then. And so, yepers, now let's see, 28, 29. Yep, we're good. We're absolutely good here. Our entire selection is now 3 across the entire selection. That's a 9 parabola. It's plus 3 and 27 units. We're in great shape. We're going to keep going. Okay, second spin. Bam. All right. Now, not the best hit, but I am not complaining. And we have 19, 20, 21. And I don't see that here. This means we are now, the entire selection is plus 5. And we are at 33 units. Now, am I going to raise here? No. Why? Because plus 5 is great and everything, but really, what is plus 5? I mean, plus 5 is basically expectation. We should, so we just now hit expectation, okay? Am I going to get all wild and crazy saying, oh, there's no hits, and we just hit, no, I'm not. Is that a statistically rare event? No, it really, I mean, it's below expectation by one spin here, and that's it. So come on. I mean, everyone's heard of standard deviations, right? So I mean, it's just like I am not going to go nuts raising right here. Okay, I'm just basically going to let this be calm, and just let the session end on its own delimiter, which we're using the profit. We're using one half of the progression. So in other words, I don't know. I mean, this is the statistics that the inside Delabert guy uses, and that's where I decided to come up with it. Was that if we lose a full progression, that's a 91.86 percent chance of not losing. But if we do, we will lose 75 units. Therefore, one half of 75 is 38 units. Okay, and so that's why we have our profit goal at one half the loss amount. Okay, so that's the way the IDG guy does it, and so I just basically emulated that, and that's where I came up with that figure of 38 units. And so again, why are we doing that? Well, the reason is because we don't want to run into the reverse engineering curse. If we keep running these favorable odds, eventually we're going to cross this line right here. Okay, and we have to have some kind of way to stop us from crossing over. Okay, and it has to be in place. It's got to make sense. And what's better than using profit to do it? What's better than having profits to determine when we stop? you know uh, so because why? Profit's what we're after. I mean, it's the money. It's what we're doing. So anyway, here's our last, basically what looks to be our last coup event here, before we 9 times our bank. And yeah, we've got excellent statistics. If you want to look it up on the Parabola, let's look it up on the Parabola. Show you how good the statistics really are. Might as well do that real quick. Okay, well, this is a 9 Parabola because it's across the entire selection. In other words, all of these have not hit. You will not see 4, 5, 6. You will not see 19, 20, 21, nor 28, 29, 30. None of them have hit here in the last 5 spins. Okay, so what does this mean? This means that we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here. Okay, now in the next 9 spins, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, and I'm going to count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 97.98% chance of hitting right here. That's how awesome we are right now. This is how good of a situation we're in. Why don't I raise here? I'm sorry. No, I'm not going to. I don't like 3%. Sorry. I just don't. I'm not going to go crazy on that. I'm sorry. I'm not. Go. If you want to go crazy on that, you know, have at it. I'm just gonna go ahead and you know, remain calm. Oh my gosh. Babushka. All right, so that's 42 units, folks. You've seen it here. We have now 9 timed our bank. We have doubled our bank 9 times. And for the exact profit, you'll see it before I even post it in this video. And it's going to be uh, plus 42 plus 42. Okay, 10,816, folks. That's absolutely kick butt right there. 10,816. See ya.